How we doing, troops? Boots fit? Metal getting through? Good. Welcome to the channel and welcome to the first video. It is an absolutely lovely day in the woods. It is absolutely red as there are quite a lot of people around as well, so I'm going to try to avoid them as much as possible. The purpose of today's video is to pretty much do a recce for a wild camp spot. A wild camp spot which I'm going to be using tomorrow. So this is quite a big wood, but it's a Forestry England one. It's also got a car park. So when I'm looking at places like this, it's a good idea to be as far away from the car park as possible, because obviously a lot of people don't stray too far away from their cars, so that tends to be the most densely populated. There's about 8 cars in the car park, and the road leading up here was quite busy. Right, there are many different aids and resources these days to find good wild camping spots. You've got Google Earth, Google Maps, there's online groups, forums, even YouTube videos. But by far, one of my favourite has to be a 1 in 25 Ordnance Survey map. It is absolutely awesome. It shows loads of detail from the smallest tracks, public footpaths, even wood blocks. It has 2 different symbols for evergreen and deciduous trees, so you can even see what types of trees are in the wood block you've chosen. One of the ways I use these is I find an area which is far away in the middle of the woods, that's far away from a track in any direction. I mark it, I take a bearing to it, and so I know when I'm in the middle of the woods. I also pace it. If you don't know your paces for 100 metres, generally between 70 and 80 on flat ground, get a tape measure, mark out 10 metres, do your paces, times it by 10, then you've got 100 metre paces. Keep a note of that, and then you can pace your distance when you're going through featureless landscapes. It's also how you get around in the mountains and national parks, where you're not necessarily following public footpaths and you're looking at the ground to navigate. So it's an oldie, but it's a goodie. Right, I think I'm coming near to the place I want to be now. This is a public footpath, quite a prominent one. What I'm looking for is an area basically that way to go into the woods. Now I'm going to walk around the footpaths here because I want to know if I'm in there what anybody walking along this path would see when they look through the woods. So could I be seen, or if they're walking a dog, could a dog go in there and find me? So what I think we're going to do is going to have a straight shot through there, see if we can find a nice little clear area. On the map it says this is a evergreen deciduous mix. To be honest, it's more deciduous than evergreen. So let's get in there, and if we find a decent spot I'll bring you back. Right, I've made my way to this area here. There is a fire break in that direction. There's a track in that direction, about 150 metres away. Fire break's about 100 metres away. That direction, there's a path which wasn't on the map, and in that direction there's a public footpath we walked down when I last came back to you. I mean, this would be okay, because if I do camp here tomorrow, then I'll be coming in, basically I'll be here just before sunset, so I'll come down here. What I normally do, I'll get to a spot, I'll chill for a bit, probably about half an hour to 3/4 of an hour, and just kind of get a feel for the place, i.e. make sure there's no one else around. If I do see people walking on tracks, we'll see how far they are away from me, if they're going to see me or not. And just as it's getting dark, then we'll start throwing our shelter up, whether it be a tarp tent or tarp and hammock. But as you can see, the ground pretty much dictates what you're going to do. I had to tramp through the mother load of brambles earlier on to get to the public footpath before I got to this bit. And obviously, if you're going to camp there, I mean, you can do, but obviously you're not going to put a tent there, and I really doubt you're going to bivvy bag it, because even though I've got my MTP combat trousers on, I've got more pricks in me than Westminster. So I'd be very, very careful. So the ground dictates what you're going to basically, what sort of shelter you're going to use. So a couple of good trees here. So I'm probably going to sling a hammock up because I want somewhere to sit. They're quite far away, but we'll see. Hopefully they'll be all right. It's perfect for tents, this place. You could easily put a tent. There's lots of bushes, like that one there. A few bushes around. I can put a tent behind one of them. You won't be able to be seen from the public footpath up there. So it's important to do a recce. I think that's the basic idea of this video. You can't just turn up and expecting to find 2 trees that are perfectly spaced apart, or somewhere where nobody's going to see you. You've got to have a look first. Obviously, if you're doing a multi-day hike, then you can't afford to be so picky. Right, I've only got the top. I forgot I'd only going to do the top today. Completely slipped my mind because I packed it last night. We've got the 3x3 hammock. So 3x3 hammock, 3x3 tarp instead of the hammock. So we'll sling that up. I need to check it anyway because it's been a while since I've used it. Right, as you've seen, the shelter's up before the battery runs out on this GoPro. Just a ridgeline skewered to a tree. You've got the prusik knot, keeping the tarp nice and taut. I just put the walking pole under there, just to keep one side up a bit. I mean, it's perfectly good without it. I just something to do with the walking pole in it. Prusik knot on the other side, held together by these toggles, same on the other side as well. So that moves along the ridge line, keeps that nice and taut. And it's tied off the tree there. I think there's a bowline on that one, or a slip knot, one of the two. And then there's a trucker style hitch on that one, so all you have to do is pull that toggle out, pull it, and then the whole thing will collapse. Roll it up, put it away, and then get out of here. It seems pretty quiet around here so far. I am quite impressed, because there was the car park was getting fuller and there's a lot of dog walkers around. So yeah, I think it would be actually pretty good for the night. I mean, I'd be kind of tempted to bring the tent, but then again, I like tarps as well. The hammock could have been great. I could have sworn I packed it because I had a last minute kind of thing last night that have I packed the hammock or not. To be honest, I wasn't originally going to bring it, so it's not a great big drama. But yeah, I mean, like a bivvy bag under that'd be great. Or well, like a bivvy bag on the ground without it, to be honest. So this area pretty much suits all style of camping. Campfire wise, it's way too dry. To be honest, I wouldn't risk it, even though I'm not what I'm doing, and I've been lighting fires in the woods since I was like 12, 13 years old. Just to give you context there, I'm 49 now, and obviously being in the army for 15 years, I mean, you get taught how to kind of not set fire to the bloody woods. I mean, lighting fires anyway, I'm a bit in two minds. I'll do it if it's safe. There's too many footpaths around. If I was to put a fire up and somebody was to come on a late night dog walk, they'd 100% see me straight away, and then they'd be on the blower to the fire brigade telling everybody that the woods are burning down and it's just me there making a brew. So yeah, I wouldn't do that anyway, because as I say, it's too dry at the moment. Everything is literally tinder dry. It's about 27 degrees today. I've been sweating since I got out of the car. So yeah, what we're going to do now, I've got the Pocket Rocket 2 and I've got some brew kit, and we're just going to get a brew on. I think it'd be a great idea. So let's get that done now. And yeah, nice cup of coffee I think might be in order. Right, I like this setup because it fits inside this cup. I've put the gas canister inside a little Ziploc bag, because if you don't, and there's any moisture left in the cup when you put your can back in there, then you get a little ring of rust around the bottom of the gas canister and around the bottom of your pot as well. So keep it in a little bag and it stops that from happening. Right, make sure that's as flat and level as it can be. And we'll get some water out of the water bladder. Right, while that's going, I quite like these Life Venture mugs. I've had one for years. It keeps your brew really, really hot. In fact, if you want to drink it quick, it keeps it a bit too hot. I either use that or an enamel mug, but you store your brew kit inside it. At the moment, I'm using sachets because I don't really want to mess around. And I can have a welfare mocha, so I've got a coffee and a chocolate, whack them both in there at the same time. What's this one? Belgian chocolate. Nice. Excellent. Water's boiled. Let's turn that off. There we go. Best thing about these mugs as well, as soon as you've made your brew, put the top on, and then if you knock it over, it's not a drama. It's happened before. About 5 minutes ago, a man, a woman and their child literally walked, I don't know, 40 meters across my front, and I'm not even sure they saw me. The woman definitely didn't see me, the kid didn't see me. If the guy saw me, he just ignored me. So he's obviously pretty chill, or just didn't want to get involved. But some random bloke in the woods drinking a brew under a tarp. So yeah, there's no path up there as well. That's the trouble is with these open areas. That's why I said before in the video that if I do come here, I'll be setting up at night. So just as it gets dark and there's nobody walking through random tracks in the woods unless they're going to find a wild camp spot, so other than me, so that'll avoid that. But yeah, it has been pretty good. It's a hasty setup with a tarp. I mean, I'd have guyed more of this out and made a better job of it if I was actually sleeping under it. But to be honest, I just put it up for something to do for the video. I didn't actually need to put the tarp up. But it's good to see all my jungle knots and all my lines in it and everything are still on there, which is pretty good. The brew is awesome. Bit of a welfare mocha, coffee sachet and a chocolate sachet. I know lots of people bring all these like posh coffee presses and stuff into the woods, but I'm not entirely sure I'm into that, even though I do like a good cup of coffee though. I don't know, maybe if I see one that's good, I might get it, who knows. But I'm not really into buying massive amounts of kit, and I can't afford to buy massive amounts of kit. When I come into the wood tomorrow, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be walking in probably about 6 miles, and I'm going to have my old issue Bergen with the side pouches on, and everything's going to be in there. So that should be good. And I should be walking in, started to walk in about 3 hours before last light, so maybe 3, maybe 4 hours. So it should be good. I am looking forward to it. Hopefully everything will go well. I'm not sure whether I'm going to bring a tent or when I'm going to bring a tarp and bivvy bag. To be honest, it's probably going to be a tarp and bivvy bag job, and I'll get it pegged out nice and low profile, so it's not presenting too much of a target for anybody coming through the woods. Not that there's going to be anybody coming through the woods, but yeah, it has been pretty good. It's just nice to get out, you know. I've had a few problems lately. My mental health has been absolutely shot to pieces. I've tried to do this video or something like this video about 6 times. I was supposed to come out yesterday. I literally could not leave the house. I was absolutely shot to pieces. But I managed it. I managed to get out this time, and so far it's been okay. I have lost one of the baskets to my pole though, to my walking pole. I don't know where it came off. That's the trouble is with them things. If you take the mud feet off, they tend to kind of unscrew and fall off. Maybe if I retrace my steps I'll find it, but I don't know when I lost it. So it literally could be anywhere. I mean, how far have I walked? I haven't walked too far. I've walked just over 5k, nearly 6k. So There we go. Right, I think I'm going to leave this here. I'll finish my brew, then I'll take this down and head off. The cart is literally about 1.5 k's in that direction, probably where that family headed off to. So but yeah, it's been okay. I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's first one, so hopefully they'll get better. Don't want to get better, otherwise nobody's going to watch them. So look forward to the next one then, which will be the walk-in and wild camp, and it will be around this area somewhere, but nice and sneaky when it's just about to get dark. Set up, and it'll be a leave early in the morning job as well. So right, catch you later, troops. Have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow. I forgot the leave no trace shot. Obviously that's coming with me. There we go. Just how it was when I found it. Let's go. Right, see you in the next video. Laters.